Okay. Hi guys, this is Mom Break with Ari.
And Kim.
So this is our very first episode of our podcast. Where should we go from here?
Well, I guess first episode meaning introduction. So let's introduce ourselves.
Okay, you go first.
Okay. I'm Kim.
Hi Kim.
Hi. I'm 27. I'm a first-time mom of a little girl named Ollie. Olivia, Ollie for short. She's 1 and 7 months, a year old and 7 months. I am engaged. I am...
To your elementary sweetheart.
Yes, I've known him since the 6th grade.
God, that's a long time.
That is a very long time. With a lot of breaks in between. We're not
A
perfect.
lot.
A lot. And yeah, I work full time. I do data entry. Very
That
boring.
sounds like fun.
No, very boring stuff. I sit at a computer all day.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I said I'm 27. I turned 28 this July.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting there. I'm getting older.
That's exciting though.
Yes and no. It sounds scary to be like, I'm almost 30. Like, that sounds scary.
Yeah, it does. But I mean,
Like,
I think life will get better.
hey, don't they say the older you are, the wiser you get?
Yep, that's true.
I'm gonna be really wise.
Yeah, you are.
I hope.
Okay, well, I'm Ari. I am also 27. I just turned 27 this year in January. I am married, been married for almost 2 years now. 2 years in November, to be exact. We just had our first daughter, Leah.
So cute.
She's 8 months, soon to be 1 in September. I had a brain fart.
Mom brain.
Yeah, it's mom brain. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I work part-time. I don't work full-time like you do. I work part-time because I want to spend as much time that I can with Leah right now that she's little.
Yeah.
I want to enjoy that as much as I possibly can. And then once I'm forced, like, to work full-time, then
Forced.
I'll work full-time. But at the moment, there's really no need.
Yeah.
So I want to enjoy that with
No,
Leah.
that's so good because when they're so small, that's like the prime time for them
Yeah.
to like connect with us and like, you know.
Yeah, and I also feel like I'm not trying to say she has favorites, but you know, like, she does tend to reach out for me more
Yeah.
than her dad. And yeah, like, I think that has to do a lot with me spending a lot of time with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, we should be the favorites because we literally created them and carried them and birthed them.
yeah, we did all the work.
And that was a traumatic experience in itself. So
Right.
if I'm not her favorite, Ollie, we got some talking to do, my girl.
Oh yeah, some serious talking.
But with being moms, I think we also need a little break.
Yeah,
and so
definitely.
we decided to do this, start a little podcast where we just sit down for an hour or two and just talk and
Yeah.
share our stories with each other. And you know, we are very long time friends. But I feel like being moms it's harder to get together and to hang out, especially just us two.
Yeah,
So I
because
think-
of our babies.
Yeah, so I think this is going to be a good way for us to just chill and hang out and talk and
Gossip.
yeah.
And not only that, but you know, like we've said before, we want to share our story and hope it helps someone that's going through the same thing or something similar, at least. You know, not everyone goes exactly through the same thing.
Yeah, and just a way for us to like, it's also good to get things out, I feel like, you know?
Yeah. Oh no,
'Cause,
yeah.
like, yeah,
It's
and-
good to have someone to talk to and just let it all out.
Yeah, and you know, so a lot of it will be like mom stuff, but we're also going to throw in just like regular life stuff
Yeah.
because you know, aside from being moms, we're also people and we're friends, and you know, life happens. So
yeah,
hopefully with this we'll be able to reach even one person, if that, and you know, either give them advice or interest them on whatever we're talking about, or make them laugh a little. I don't know.
I mean, I hope we do.
We make each other laugh. So I would hope we can make somebody else laugh. That would be cool.
Right? But yeah, I hope this does reach out to people in a good way.
Yeah. I mean, and if it doesn't, I think it's just a good distraction for us, if anything. You know, if nobody...
It's a good way to hang out.
Have an excuse to hang out. Sorry, I have to go do a podcast. I need 2
Yeah,
hours to myself. You have to watch your daughter.
Right.
But yeah, that's what we feel like we hope this podcast is just a way of talking things out and sharing our experiences. And which is why we started this. You know, we wanted to start it to kind of just, I think, reconnect as best friends, if anything.
Yeah, not only that, but like I've mentioned to you before, when I was looking into podcast, I would see a lot of Caucasian women having a podcast, and you know, it was nice to listen to what they went through and their experiences, but I felt like they didn't go through the same thing that I did, being raised in a Hispanic household.
Yeah, it's very different.
Yeah, like very, very different. So I figured, why not start a podcast with my bestie, who's also Hispanic
and knows what it is to be raised with those sort of I think expectations. You know, I think as Hispanic women we're taught very differently. I think we're taught to, like, you know, we're the women and we have to manage a household and we have to do basically everything.
Yeah, everything.
You know? So I think we can also, you know, bring a perspective in that way, as far as like being Hispanic and what that entails. As far as being like not only women but moms. You know, being girls brought up in a Hispanic household is like,
it's just a lot.
Yeah,
a lot to carry.
Yeah. And then for you're the oldest in your household.
It's like a huge responsibility on my shoulders. And yeah, I mean, we could get through that later in the episodes. But
yes, we'll have more dedicated episodes to certain topics like that.
That is like a lengthy subject.
Yes, that's a whole lot in itself.
Yeah. And you know, like, we want to have time to just do this introduction podcast so you guys can know us a little bit more, but not go off guard, I guess you can say. And like, we'll just, you know, talk about more things in depth later on.
Yeah, so as far as our introduction podcast, we just wanted to, you know, kind of say what this is going to be about, and we're hoping we're going to post once a week.
Yeah, once every week. We're thinking maybe like midweek. That way we're not rushed to post something at the beginning of the week.
Yeah, we have time to like get together and record, and then we have time, a couple days to like edit and then post.
Yeah.
So be expecting once every week at least. We're aiming for every Wednesday, so come back every Wednesday and listen to us.
If you liked us.
If you like, please.
Right.
Did you tell anybody that we were gonna do this?
Yes, I told 2 people. I told my sister, because she's younger than me, and I wanted to get her opinion. Like, what do you think of me, 27-year-old, starting a podcast, you know, with my bestie? And she thought it was a good idea because, you know, we're both moms, we're both Hispanic, and, you know, we have a lot of things we've gone through. And yeah, she said it would be a good idea for us to share all our experiences. Who did you tell? Oh, and the second person I told was my husband. I completely forgot. Yeah, but I didn't tell him a lot of details because I felt like he was gonna make fun of me and like just bring it up and be like, "Oh, so when are you doing your podcast?" type of thing. But yeah, I just told him like we're starting a podcast. We're getting into the motion of it, but we haven't really like done anything yet till today.
Backstory. This is actually the second time we're trying to record this.
Because the first time was a huge fail.
We had technical difficulties because, like we said, this is our first time trying anything like this. So, hey, we're learning as we go. Life is about experiences. It's about learning.
Yeah, no one ever told us how difficult it would be to start a podcast.
Yeah. But we're learning. So hopefully this one works out and we don't lose half of it.
Right, like the first time we did it.
Yeah, but I told a couple people. First off, I told my fiance. Because obviously I had to tell him, hey, I'm gonna go record, for a couple hours every 2 weeks. And at first I was like a little bit embarrassed also because it's like,
right,
I don't know, I feel like, I don't know, the same thing, like I didn't know if he was gonna make fun of me or if he was gonna be like, yeah, right, you're gonna go do a podcast, or
like kind of doubt us a bit, but
like you say these things and you never actually follow through, but we're trying to follow through.
Yeah, we're trying.
Yeah,
this is one step closer to our goal.
Yes. And I also told his brother, so my brother-in-law kind of basically at this point
he is your brother-in-law.
Yes, because he's gonna help do our cover art. And then we were out eating, and when I asked him, my brother was there, so I kind of had to tell my brother just because he was there, and he's like, what are you guys talking about? But yeah, that's it. That's the only people I've told.
And how do you feel about this whole podcast thing?
I'm excited. I'm nervous because it's like, I hope at least one person listens. I think it's a little nerve-wracking. It's also nerve-wracking to like do something you've never done before.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm nervous about. It's like kind of starting something new, but also there comes an excitement with that. Like, I hope this like even reaches like 1 or 2 people. Like that'd be cool. And I'm excited to like get together with you.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah,
that's what I'm looking forward to.
The most is just like hanging out and like, talking again.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited about it, but as like you said, also nervous because I don't like the way my voice sounds.
Yeah. I think editing is going to be a hard time for me.
Yeah, so this is something way out of my comfort zone, but I want to try new things and push myself out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Just so I don't know, I want to try something new.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's cool. I think it's going to be fun. I think as we get used to it and like as we get in, hopefully we get into like a groove kind of, I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think right now I feel like we're kind of holding back because, it's our first episode.
Yeah.
And we're not comfortable with it yet. But, as we go, I'm pretty sure we'll be more comfortable and you guys will see us grow, and you guys get to we'll hear the real us.
Maybe eventually get to see us.
Oh yeah, maybe see us, because right now we're starting with audio
just to feel it out.
Yeah.
And to kind of one thing at a time, because we're barely able to understand how to do audio, and I think adding
a video would be a whole
another thing.
Yeah, a whole nother dilemma that we're gonna have to like hurdle.
But eventually, hopefully, as we move along.
To be honest, I'm not looking forward to recording video.
Why?
Because then that brings pressure to look good in front of the camera.
Yes, but you know what? I am who I am. Right now, I am in leggings, I'm in a t-shirt, and I lost a lot of hair after I had Ollie, so my baby hairs are more wild than they were when I was a baby.
Oh, dude, same.
So, you know what? This is going to be, I hope we build a safe space.
Yeah.
So I would hope, you know, if people come to us, it's because they want a safe space. So if we do video and I get judged, just know you're gonna hurt my feelings.
Oh God. Yeah, I'm not
Please
looking
don't
forward to
Please
that.
don't hurt my feelings. After giving birth, I became the most sensitive person.
Oh my God, tell me about it.
But also, I don't care. I have a fiance who loves me, all sticking out baby hairs and everything. So at least that's what he tells me.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
But there is also a lot of like nervousness that comes with wanting to video record. I get it because it's a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah, because
be like, this is who I am and this is what I look like.
And for them maybe to be shocked to see what we really look like.
I know. No, because I've had that, like, I remember I used to listen to the Ryan Seacrest show every morning at work, and then I like finally like got to see what's her name, Tanya and Sissany, I think, are the hosts.
Listen to them.
Oh, I would, because I would listen to Ryan's Roses all the time.
Oh, I love that one.
Before I started listening to podcasts like religiously, is what I love podcasts. But yeah, I think like for me, their voices didn't match what they looked like. It like shocked me. So I feel like that's what's gonna be. I don't know what I thought they looked like.
I know,
but for
right?
some
like
reason,
their look and their style doesn't go with their voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I get you. I get what you mean.
It wasn't like a negative thing. It was just like whoa, that's not what I expected.
Yeah. Like
so
you were surprised.
Yeah. So hopefully if we ever decide to do video, that's not what happens.
But yeah. Well, some of the topics we'll be talking about, what do you think we'll be talking about?
I think, you know, things that come along with being moms. Like maybe we'll do like when our pregnancies, because I feel like there's so much about pregnancy that people don't talk about.
Yeah.
And I am ready to talk about because pregnancy for me was hard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
Very hard for me. So, you know, we could talk about that. We'll talk about like our birth stories, but also life,
and how
our
different
childhood.
it was for both of us.
Yeah.
Because we both had very different
pregnancies.
experiences.
Yeah. Which is like funny because I feel like they say like the differences between having a girl and a boy, but it's like no, we both had girls and our experiences were still so different.
So different.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a very long time I thought I was having a boy.
Yeah. Because you would ask me things about my pregnancy and I'd be like, this is how I was, and then you're like, I'm not
not doing that. I'm not experiencing that at all.
Yeah. But we'll also talk about like our friendship, which I think we'll get into this episode, our friendship.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
we could do a tidbit of that.
some. And then we'll get into just, I don't know, life experiences, childhood, growing up. More like mom parenting topics too, like
yeah,
you know what it is to raise a girl, especially now
in this type of world.
Yeah. What else? What do you think?
I think we'll also be talking about like you said, our childhood and just experiences from what we went through. You know, like growing up in the ghetto.
oh yeah. Growing up, oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah, like that's a whole nother thing. And you know, like
our relationships too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm engaged, you're married, there's a difference there too.
Yeah, even though you've been with yours forever. But yeah, we'll get into that. It's just some lengthy topics that we don't want to talk about too much on this episode.
Yeah.
We just want you guys to know us and what we plan to post.
We'll also hopefully have guests on. Like, my sister.
Oh yeah,
is
I thought your sister would be a good person to bring on.
She's a very interesting person.
Oh yeah, she's a wild one.
Love you, Lydia. But yeah, like, even just, obviously we were raised in the same house. My sister's older than me. She's 4 years older than me, but even being raised in the same household, we had very different experiences.
Oh yeah,
I
for
think.
sure.
So she, we could talk to her about, she's also a mom. My nephew's about to be 12 in December. So she was kind of like a young mom. She had him when she was 20.
Oh, that's very
young. So, we can have her on. We can have maybe our significant others.
Yeah, maybe. We'll think about that one.
We want to include them in our, our chill time. We'll see.
Yeah, but I was also thinking we could bring on old high school friends, that it might be a little awkward because we haven't really talked to anyone from high school ever since we graduated. But I think it'll be fun to reach out and
see what it is,
see what they've been going through, or their experiences of the topic we'll be talking about.
Yeah, because I think out of our like kind of core friends that we like kind of hung out with the most in high school, were like 2 of them have babies, but I also haven't spoken to those 2 in a long time.
Yeah.
And then the rest are still living their 20s.
Yeah, they're living their life. So, it'd be fun to see
the differences.
Difference,
yeah,
of how they're doing in life without a kid.
Yeah.
And, just how we're doing.
Yes, because trust me, life with a kid and life without a kid is very, very different.
Very different.
Very different.
Very different.
But I feel like fulfilling in their own ways.
Yeah.
Because I don't, I've seen like, I've heard or like seen like, kind of like people in their 20s like being like, I couldn't imagine being a parent right now. But it's like, I couldn't imagine not being a parent right now. Like, yeah, I don't, like, there's certain limitations you have when you're a parent, but I feel like also it's such a different experience, and it's so like fulfilling in a different way.
Yeah.
Like, I love my kid. Like, I could not picture my life without her.
Right. Like, sometimes I think about it too, like how different my life would be, but then I'm like, no, like, I love being a mom.
Yeah.
It's hard at times, yes, don't get me wrong, but I love her to death.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what I would do without her.
Yeah. And then I feel like I wanted a kid since I was even younger than 20. How old was I when I got pregnant? 25?
24.
No, I got pregnant when I was 25, and I had her when I was 26.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, because I remember it was right when COVID started.
I got pregnant, right when we're going to get into COVID pregnancies too, because that was an experience. Being pregnant during COVID
I imagine.
Was such an experience in itself. That's why, like, I feel like I might be a little bit more excited to get pregnant again, because
I feel like
it'll be different.
Experience.
Yeah.
Now that, it's not fully lifted, but, restrictions are being a little bit lifted.
Yeah, because I got pregnant I found out I was pregnant in February of 2020. And then in March of 2020 is when, like, lockdown started.
Oh, yeah.
So, for me, Caesar, my fiance, was not allowed at
any of your appointments.
All of them. He was allowed in the first couple, and then as the pregnancy went on, he wasn't allowed in any of the other ones.
And I imagine that must have been hard because, it is your first pregnancy and you want to experience all your first with your significant other.
Yeah.
And, I kind of experienced the same thing. I was fortunate to have him I think I had him for like 2 or 3 of my visits out of all of them. I know he didn't get to be there for the first one and hear the heartbeat, but
oh no.
Yeah, that sucked. I was able to FaceTime him, but it's completely different.
Yeah, way different.
Yeah. So
yeah,
it's hard.
For me, he was able to be there the first time we heard her heartbeat, but he wasn't there the first time I saw her move.
Oh.
Yeah, on the ultrasound, he wasn't there for that. I recorded it, but
it's still not the same.
still not the same.
Yeah.
Yes, and then like also like going along in the pregnancy, like we really had to limit like our gender reveal and like
your
our baby shower. So like
you technically didn't have one.
I didn't have. Yeah.
It was more of a dinner with a mix of a baby shower.
Yeah, because you are amazing and you really came through on everything. And but yeah, we'll share a lot more about pregnancy and COVID.
Yeah, but I just wanted you to experience some type of baby shower, you know?
Yes, and I'm so grateful for you, my bestie for life.
Don't make me cry.
But I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I think we were just talking about bringing on guests and the difference of that, but I think we're done with that topic.
Yeah. So we'll try to have guests. We'll try to bring on different people and different sides of things, and
different ages, different genders.
Yeah. We can even have on my brother. He's
Which brother?
Oh, I have three. I have 3 brothers. Any of them. Well, no, not my older brother. He lives very far away from here.
I mean, it would be an honor for him to travel all the way down here.
Yes.
Just for us.
Just travel down here just to be on our podcast for an hour. Because, even that, how old is my brother? He just turned 34.
34?
34.
Oh my god.
He just turned 34. He's engaged too, finally.
Oh, finally, I know.
Yeah, so he can tell us about that. Tell us, because he partied a lot.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
What was that life like, partying and going out that much, and then finally finding your person and settling down and hopefully getting married soon?
We should definitely bring Andrew on.
And then Manny is, how old am I? I'm 20. Gonna be 28. He's gonna be 24. So he's in his like mid-20s, living life, working, just got a house with his roommates. So
nice.
Yeah, he's renting a house. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. We just went to visit last weekend.
Yeah.
But it was funny because it seems like a kind of like an older house. And I was like, Manny, do you have any ghosties here? And he's like, no, I don't think so. And then as we were eating, maybe an hour later, one of Ollie's balls was on top of the table, and it was just me and Caesar at the table. Like, we had just finished eating and we were kind of just still chilling at the table.
Yeah. And
everybody else was in the living room, and then out of nowhere, that ball that had been sitting there the entire time rolled.
That's scary.
Yeah. So I don't know if maybe somebody moved something, but I feel like it was a ghosty.
That is scary. I think that's another topic we'll talk about.
We'll talk about that because I have some stories.
Oh yeah, I remember you have some stories.
We have some stories. So, should we get into
a little bit about ourselves?
About our friendship?
Yeah. How do you remember? How did we meet? I know we met in junior high.
In junior high school, 8th grade year?
I think
I want to say 8th grade year. We met 8th grade year.
Yeah.
I don't know, honestly.
I don't even know how we came to know each other. I just remember hanging out with one person all the time. And then somehow we ended up hanging out with your group.
Yeah. I just remember, meeting you during lunch. Was it lunch? Did we meet during lunch?
I don't remember.
I want to say, you guys came over to have lunch with us. Or probably. We met in I don't know. I honestly don't remember. It was so long ago.
Yeah. I just remember we met in junior high.
8th grade year.
Through some friends because they were related. But yeah, I think that's all I remember.
Yeah, that's all I remember.
I don't remember the specifics.
Yeah.
You know how some people have their story, their meet cute?
Their meet cute? We don't have one.
We don't have one. That's so sad.
Oh my gosh. But we're still friends now, so that's good. even though we didn't really get close until, I want to say, like
freshman, sophomore year.
Yeah, I want to say we hung out a lot more.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And that's when we got really close. I want to say sophomore year is when like we really got close.
Yeah, I think towards like summer of freshman year.
Yeah, because
that's when we became closer. I think that's the year that I guess asked you to be my best friend.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, because I remember I was with my cousin, and I was sleeping over. It was during the summer. And she has this long-time best friend too, and she had asked me if I have a best friend, and I told her, well, I have been hanging out a lot more with this person, and you know, we've been talking a lot, hanging out. And she's like, was she your best friend? And I'm like, I don't think so, I don't know. And she's like, do you want to ask her to be your best friend? And I'm like, I guess.
Like almost asking me to be your girlfriend?
Yeah, that's why I felt so weird when she said that. But yeah, she took my phone and she texted you. She's like, do you want to be my best friend? And then
what did I say?
I think you said yes. Or I think we called you.
Did you?
I think we called you and you answered.
I wish I remembered. I'm so sorry. I don't remember this at all.
I only remember because it was a little bit
Such
nervous
a weird
and
thing.
It was kind of awkward.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't remember if she texted you for me or if she called you. And we were on the phone. I think she did call you because she asked, how long have we known each other? And then she asked, do you want to be her best friend? And then you're like, yeah, I guess so.
How cute. I don't remember that, but I'm so glad I said yes.
I know, me too. Because I don't know where I would be without you.
I don't know where I'd be without you. I mean, yeah, life. Yeah, and then we lived so close to each other. We literally lived in the same
street, like literally right across. Well, no, for a time we were living like 2 streets down from each other.
2 streets down from each other, but same neighborhood, yeah.
Yeah, and then eventually I moved across from you. I just wanted to be closer to you.
Because when 8th grade year, I lived across the alley on, I don't want to say.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But I lived across the alley, and then I think once we got into high school, I moved 2 streets down. And then you still lived where you lived, and then eventually
I moved
across
from you.
You moved onto that same street, and then I moved across from you, no?
Oh yeah, you moved down the street.
Yes,
because
I
moved,
but
lower.
Yes, because I lived kind of in the corner on the main street, and you lived down the street towards like the. It's not a cul-de-sac, but towards the end of the street near the alleyway, and then I ended up moving from the corner to the other. Yeah. And then we lived right across the street from each other.
Literally right
People are going to be so confused because that makes absolutely no sense to anybody but us.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was great living
I know, it
across
was
the street
so
from each other.
nice to live across from each other.
Yeah.
Because we could literally just meet outside.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we would meet outside and then go to the bus stop and go to school and then walk together from the bus stop home, and then we'd stay outside for like a whole nother like hour or two.
We would stay there talking for hours.
Like the sun would be going down, and then we'd be like, okay, I think it's time for us to go home.
Yeah, before we got in trouble.
We would talk like we wouldn't, like we don't see each other every day.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think it was just meant to be for us to be best friends. Like, I didn't have anyone that I clicked so well with until I met you.
I know. I mean, I've
had many friends, but none of them would last, or they would move, I would move. That's another whole thing, because I moved a lot, so it was hard for me to make lifelong friends, because my parents were always moving.
Yeah, I moved a lot too until I moved to the city we live in now, and then I've been here ever since. Yeah, but I went to a couple elementary schools.
Oh, same.
And given that I moved here in the 6th grade, so a lot of elementary schools.
Me too.
Yeah, I moved here. No, I lied. I'm sorry. I moved here middle of 5th grade.
Oh no, yeah, same.
Yeah,
same. I remember that because it was during that awkward time.
Yeah.
So I remember I started 5th grade, but it was towards closer to the end of the year.
And then you moved, and then you came back 8th grade year. No, is that what happened?
No, I remember I promoted 6th grade with you guys. And then 7th grade,
Isn't
I
that
moved.
unfair that we didn't know each other in elementary school?
I know, like, I didn't even know you went to the same elementary school as I did.
But to be fair, the group of people that we like, well, I started hanging out with, and then we didn't like each other very much in elementary school.
Yeah, see, she hung out with the group of friends that my group of friends didn't really like.
Oh.
Because I still knew the cousins. But they wouldn't hang out together. I would sometimes hang out with them.
Yeah.
But I still don't remember seeing you in elementary school.
Yeah, I don't either.
It's such a small school, and we didn't like remember seeing each other.
Yeah. Well, yeah. See, and then for me, like, I got there, and I hung out with a specific group of friends, and then, like I said, and then them. M would bully me. To be honest, she knows that. We know that.
I think she would bully anyone.
Yes, she was just a bully in elementary school. I love her to death now, but she bullied me. And then we got into, I think it was 7th grade, and N randomly asked me if I wanted to have lunch with them, and I was like, sure. And then I had lunch with them, and then my group of original friends that I had from elementary school into 7th grade year did not like that, and so they stopped talking to me.
That's so sad. Like,
yeah.
I don't understand why kids at that age are like that. Like, I think they should all be friends.
Yeah.
You know, like,
but we don't have that type of mentality.
Yeah, we
at
were
that
young.
age. Now we have that mentality, and we're like, that's so dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I started hanging out with them, and then come 8th grade year, we met.
Yeah, that took us a long time to meet, though.
Yeah, but see, I think I would have been sad if you, like, because you said you left for 7th grade.
Yeah,
that would have been sad. That would have been really sad.
That's true. Yeah, because I started 7th grade with everyone, and then towards the middle of 7th grade, I moved. And then I think I was only gone for like a couple of months, and then I came back. So I finished 7th grade with you guys.
Yeah.
And then 8th grade, I think that's when I met you.
Yeah, and then we went into high school, and then the person that I was like the closest to out of the friend group left because
D?
Yeah, left.
Did she?
Yeah. She didn't. I think she there
I thought she
till
left
sophomore year or junior year.
That's right.
Maybe sophomore year. Because I feel like after she left is kind of like when, I mean, we got really close while she was still there. Because it was
would
me,
all hang
you,
out.
her, and
Other M. Yeah.
And yeah. And then we got really, really close. We would like walk home from school, which I don't know why.
Lived in the same
We all lived in the same neighborhood, but so freaking far from school. Why did we walk?
I don't know.
Why? It was fun.
It was fun though. The walk from school to home was fun, and we would make our little stops.
I wonder how far it is, like miles, like how many miles, because we would do that not often, but like a good amount of times we did it.
But other times we would take the public bus. We wouldn't always walk.
We took the public bus?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I remember walking or like staying after school late for no reason and then taking the late bus home.
I think we walked because of how packed the school bus would get.
Yeah.
And we hated the school bus getting so packed. They would literally have to sit us 3 in a seat.
You know what? That's how I started talking to N, is because I remember I ended up so at our junior high, I ended up having to get on the same bus as them because you know how like we had different neighborhoods, but if
they all went through the same route, no?
Yeah, so we had 2 separate buses that went to our neighborhood and one that went to their neighborhood.
Yeah.
But we also had one that like if it overflowed, we would get onto the same bus.
Oh yeah, because there was 2 or 3 buses for the same route.
Yeah, so then I ended up having to get our bus was 2 packed, so I ended up having to get on theirs. and she was the only one that I like kind of knew, and I was like, hey, can I sit here? And she's like, yeah. She like let me squeeze onto the seat with her, and then literally the next day I was passing by her at lunch, and she's like, hey, come sit with us. And so I went and sat with them, and yeah, that's how it kind of
started there.
Out of asking if I could sit on the bus with her.
Oh, but dude, I hated riding the bus.
It's so packed, and literally like
during the summer it was the worst. Like during the hot days. And then keep in mind that we would do PE, and a lot of them would have PE that last period. And you had no choice but to sit next to them.
Yeah. And then it's like those buses are meant for like 2 people
per seat,
but we would have to do 3 people per seat.
Yeah,
like so I would literally be, you would have to be hanging freaking one butt cheek off of the seat.
Exactly.
Yes.
I hated that.
I don't know why they didn't just, I get school budgets and stuff, but like get another bus.
Yeah,
get another bus.
Well, I mean, they technically did. They had 2 buses.
2 buses plus
for a route.
The one that would go to both neighborhoods.
Wasn't that like the last late bus?
I think that was just like the last bus.
Oh.
They'd be like, you know what, overflow, just get on this and we'll go to all of the... Because it would go to their neighborhood, it would go to the mobile homes, and then it would end at the park.
Oh, that's true. I know. I don't know, I think they should invest more.
So then that means we've known each other since 8th grade. I want to say in total, around 15 years?
Really? How old were we in 8th grade?
I couldn't tell you. 15?
9th. We got 12th year, right? And then it's been 9 years since we graduated. So yeah, almost 14, 15 years.
15 years. That's a long time.
Yeah, that is a long time.
That is such a long time.
What do we think made our friendship last compared to our other friendships at school or anywhere?
I don't know. I think we just connected in like a different way than I feel like any other friendships I've had.
I don't know. I feel like we also had I think we're kind of opposites, and we like complement each other because there's things that you don't like and I like, but then there's things that we do like. Like, for example, you love pickles.
Love pickles.
I hate pickles. So when we're together, you could have my pickles.
Oh yeah, I'll take them. I'll always take your pickles. Yeah. I think it was just like, we're very. I think in the things we're different in, we're very different. But we also like, I think as far as like things like that we like, or like things like that, we're very different. But I feel like personality wise, we're alike.
Yeah.
Like, we find the stupidest shit funny. And
I know, we get each other.
Yeah. I think we
just... things that we find hilarious, other people find stupid. Hilarious. Yeah.
Like, we'll over laugh at things, and people will be like, okay, that was funny like 2 minutes ago.
Like, no, and we'll still be laughing about it.
Especially if we're, like, laughing and I look at you, I will laugh, like, 5 minutes longer.
Right? And then I'll start cooling down, and then I see you laughing, and then I'll laugh again.
Yeah, I think we just, like you said, I think we just, our personalities just, like, complement each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just made for each other.
I know. Isn't that cute?
So cute.
We're soulmates. We were made for each other.
I literally think we are. And I think, like, even because we've had breaks in between.
Oh, yes. We've had breaks.
But
unfortunately, but we came back stronger.
Yeah,
we have
every
a
relationship
friendship.
has its ups and downs.
Yeah,
and we had our downs just like any other relationship.
I mean, we don't argue.
No, I don't think we've ever argued.
I mean, we've had disagreements, but like it never got into an argument.
But even then, what disagreements have we had? Have we ever like really like?
That's true. We really don't have disagreements.
No. And I also think it's because we're not very, like, confrontational people.
Yeah.
Like, we're not. We're just not that type of people.
Yeah.
So I feel like... So do you think that's a bad thing? Do you think, like, there's been things that you've been like, I don't agree with you, and then just not said anything?
No.
Yeah, because I don't feel that way either. I don't think there's ever been, like... anything that I've been like, oh, and then just not told you?
No, because I do remember one time you didn't agree with something and you told me.
What was it?
It was when we were in high school, senior year, and you didn't like the fact that your fiance and I were friends.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you did
right.
tell me that, and then, you know, I was trying to reassure you, like, letting you know, like, you know, we're just friends, you know, like, you're my friend, and I wouldn't do anything to hurt you. And,
yeah.
But, like,
was that when...
I think that's when we took our break. Yeah.
Because we took a break twice.
Yeah, that was the first break we had. Because during that time, I was going through a breakup. And during that time, you and your fiance, boyfriend at the time, you guys had broken up. And during that time, he would come to me to, like, try to get some advice and help with you. So I was like the middle person between you guys two.
Which wasn't fair for you.
And I felt like, well, I want to help you be happy with him. So I'm trying to, like, you know, give him advice to make you happy.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, during that time, your fiance and I did get close. And I think that's when you started to notice that, and you were like, I don't like it. And my dumbass, instead of, you know, being like, okay, well, you know, I'll stop talking to him.
You stopped talking to me.
I stopped. No, well, no.
No, I think we kind of. I think it was a both of us thing. Like, I was just like, I don't like this, and then I kind of distanced myself from you.
Yeah, and then you started hanging out more with him, and then slowly I did stop talking to him, and then I stopped talking to you because I did start feeling like, okay, maybe something was wrong.
Yeah, that was a weird...
It was a weird phase because I was also going through, like, a hard breakup. And, you know, you were the only person I had. And then he was a new friend added to my list because, you know, let's face it, the girls of groups that we hung out with weren't as close to us as me and you were. So,
and I feel like that's why I really clung to, like, hanging out with him, because I started hanging out with him in the mornings, because I would only hang out with him at lunch. And I really started hanging out with him in the mornings too, because I was like, I don't really have that many people to hang out with, and I was like, I feel like such a loser, so let me just go pretend like I have friends and just hang out with
my
him.
Boyfriend.
No,
and I think that's when our friendship, like, started to take its toll, you know, like, we stopped talking to each other because you started hanging out with him. And I think it happened after you had told me that you didn't like that I was talking to him. And I blame myself for letting it get to that point, because I should have been like, okay, you know, like, I should just stop talking to him. Instead of saying, like, well, if you were to talk to my boyfriend, you know, I would fully trust you. I should have just been like, okay, I'll just stop talking to him.
Yeah, and I think at that time, I don't think I thought of it like that. I think I was just like, well, you're my friend, you should be my friend and not talk to my ex-boyfriend if I'm telling you it makes me uncomfortable. But at the same time, like, you're your own person. You're allowed to have your own friends. And it shouldn't have, I don't think it should have affected me the way that it did. But I think it's like, because, I don't know, like, I see you as, like, the coolest person I have ever met.
Don't say that.
Literally. I was just like, she is, like, the coolest person I have ever met. And which says a lot about me, and I guess how much, like, I should have thought higher of our friendship to not be like, well, if she hangs out with him, he's gonna like her because she is, like, literally the coolest person. I was like, and she is so much prettier than I am. Like, they get along so well. It's like, how can he not like her? I was like, I like her. She's my best friend, you know? So I was like, any guy would want to date her. So I think for me, it was just more about me being insecure. But also, I should have thought better of you as this, in the way of, like, you would never do that to me, you know?
See, I wish we would have had that conversation instead.
Instead of going literally, like, months without talking to each other. Because I think
that would have resolved a lot of issues.
Yeah, and then, see, but I don't even remember the timeline because I know I got back together with him right before prom.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so we were broken up.
We were still... No.
Because we weren't talking at prom.
Yeah, no, we weren't talking.
Yeah. Because I remember how, like, horrible I felt to, like, we didn't see each other. Like, we saw each other at prom, but, like, we said nothing to each other. And then I didn't go with I went with him. Like, so I didn't have, like, a group of friends at prom or anything.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were still not talking during graduation. I remember because I hated graduation. Yeah. I felt so alone because, like I said, the girls that we were hanging out with, they weren't really, like, close friends to us. You know, they were just people we hung out with.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have anyone to go, you know, like, celebrate with. Or, like, hug and be like, oh, yay, we graduated, type of thing. I was just alone, and I felt miserable. Like, and I was still trying to recover from that breakup that I had that year. And then I still had to deal with, you know, our friendship, like the breakup of our friendship. Yeah. So, yeah, I felt like senior year was just horrible for me.
Yeah, the end of senior year was, like, not the best. Because, we didn't get to go to prom together. We didn't graduate together. Like,
no.
Yeah, I don't think I saw you at all during graduation, though. I don't
remember seeing you during graduation.
Yeah. But it did suck because then, like, because obviously you knew my siblings and everything, and my sister was like, "Where's Adi?" And I was just like, I don't know. Because I don't think I ever told them that, like, we weren't friends. Yeah. Because I was just like, well, you know, even if we weren't friends, like, I would never, like, talk bad about you. It was just kind of like we just stopped hanging out.
Yeah. No, yeah, the same with my parents. They would ask, where have you been? Why haven't I been with you?
Yeah, because I would go over to your place all the time.
Yeah, or we would be outside all the time, or I would be at your place.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I don't know, I think we just ended our senior year on a very sad note.
Yeah. I wish we would have, like, we were so dumb. I was so dumb. I should have made more of an effort to be like, get over it. Get over it. It's not that big a deal. Like, why did I make it that big a deal?
No, but see, I think if we would have had that conversation, it would have been a whole different thing. And, you know, I would have seen where you were coming from, and I would have been like, okay, I'll just stop talking to him. Yeah. Even though, you know, I knew that you still loved him and that nothing was gonna happen between him and I. Even, like, yeah, me and him did get along very well, but, like, I never saw him like that. Yeah. And I valued our friendship more than anything. And like I said, I was still getting over a breakup. I was nowhere near in a mindset of getting back into a relationship. And yeah, like, but yeah, like, I just feel terrible because if I knew what you were thinking, I would have made a bigger of an effort to reassure you. Yeah. And honestly, I don't think I'm the prettiest, and I don't think I'm the coolest. You but, like, to me. Well, for you, yeah, to you. But yeah, like, if I knew all of that, then yeah, like, I think everything would have gone differently, and I think we would have never taken that break.
Yeah, and I think for me, I think that's just, like, back then, even, like, with my relationship with him, it was so much easier to, like, distance myself rather than to, like, because, like, the way, like, so me and him had a ton of breakups, and it was because, like, to me it was easier, like, if at any point I felt like maybe he was gonna break up with me or leave me, I would break up with him, because it was, like, I felt like the only thing in my life I had control over was, like, my relationships with people. And I was like, I'm not gonna be left, I'm gonna leave, like, because I was like, everything in my life was always so chaotic, and I was like, I don't feel like I have control over anything except my relationship. So I was like, I'd rather leave than be left, because it's less hurtful, even though it's not, it hurts all the same. Yeah. You know, I was so miserable, but it was just me not being mature enough to understand I guess, how to deal with things. That was just my way of dealing with things.
Yeah.
Was
And
just
see,
like-
that's when he would come to me and be like, what's going on with her? Like,
Yeah.
what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
Like, what can I do to make it better? And, just I'm like, give her space. Like, she just needs time right now.
Yeah.
And I think that's when I should have just been like, you know what? Talk to her.
Ask her.
Yeah, ask her. Don't
Yeah.
ask me. Ask
Yeah.
her.
Yeah. Wow, that sucks that we did that. But hey, we're still here.
Yeah,
We
and
got
we're
over it.
stronger than ever.
When did we start talking again? Was
I
it because we
think-
started? We went to the same college for a
Yeah.
little bit.
No, because I remember we would see each other at the bus stop to go to school,
Yeah.
but we wouldn't talk to each other.
No.
Um,
So okay. So then, did we only have one break then? Am I thinking of that as the same one, or was that two different scenarios?
no, I think we did have 2 breaks. Because I remember a friend of ours, a guy friend, he had asked me, like, what had happened between us because, he would see us all the time. And, I had expressed to him what I felt and how I felt about our breakup. And I think he sent you a screenshot of that text to you.
You're right.
And then I think you reached out after that.
Yeah.
And we were still talking for a little bit, but I wasn't ready. Like, I felt like I still had a lot to go through and, like, grow. So then I kind of, like, distanced myself again from you. And then
Yeah, because then I remember when we did start talking again, I asked you what had happened.
yeah,
And that's what you told me. You told me that there was kind of like a lot going on.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I just didn't, like, I wasn't in the mindset to start a friendship all over again. Well, I mean, we were friends forever, but
But to kind of
but
get
to start,
through
yeah,
that
to get into
whole-
the groove again, I wasn't ready. And yeah, it was just a lot going on that year. And yeah, thankfully you were understanding and we were able to get back together and be friends.
Yeah, because that was so weird to, like, go literally take the same bus
And not talk to each
school
other.
and not talk to each other.
Yeah, it was so awkward.
Especially because, like, I knew nobody at that college. I knew maybe
Same.
just C went to that college,
Yeah.
right? I knew him, but even then, like, I
Would
would go
hardly
to
see him.
school and then that was it. I'd go to class and then I'd go home.
Yeah.
You know, so
Same.
it was always, like, weird to, like, see you. And then, like, we kind of had the same schedule because we were going.
Yeah, we did. We would go in at the same time, the same days.
Yeah.
And then I don't know about leaving though.
I don't know about leaving, but I
yeah,
know
but
going.
we did have the same schedule.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
because I would go right after work because I could catch the bus right in front of work,
Oh yeah, that's right.
and then you would switch buses. No, would you take the
one of those.
one of them and
to
get off?
get me in front of our street rather than the back of our street.
Yeah, and then you would hop onto the one that would take us to school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I
we
remember
were basically on the same schedule.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And yeah, I remember that. I think it was the first semester of school because I didn't go to school right away. I took a semester off, and then I went second semester.
Oh really? Oh, I didn't know that. I started right away, but
Yeah.
I didn't stick to it.
Yeah, that's when I was, like, kind of really good friends with all those other people I used to hang out with.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You had a new group of
I
friends.
did for a second. I had a new group of friends because I was like, I don't even know how that happened. Honestly, I don't remember how that happened.
I was surprised to hear you were hanging out with them.
I think I might have run into S at school because she went to our same college, I think.
Yeah.
I think I might have run into her at school, and then we kind of just started talking because we had done Students Run LA together.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
And so when I saw her at school, I think we just started talking, and then I think she was dating
that one person.
the other guy, and then he was friends with
your boyfriend. Oh, no, they weren't friends, were they?
They
knew of each
they
other.
knew of each other,
But
but
they
no,
weren't
I'm
friends.
saying he was really good friends with Jay.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then we became really good friends, and it was just all four of us became really good friends.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, and then we would hang out a lot, and then at some point, I got back together with my now fiance, and then I kind of was like,
Peace to them.
bye. Which sucks because they're really cool people, but
Yeah.
life happens. We all kind of got busy. I moved in with
Your
my fiance
fiancé.
now, and kind of we just got distant, and then we found each other again. So I was like, I'm cool now. I got my bestie back. But that was hard. Oh my god.
It was. Yeah, I think.
It seemed like a long time because we didn't get really, really close before we kind of took our second break.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like we split,
Mm-hmm.
started talking a little bit, and then kind of split again.
And then, yeah, we became friends again.
Yeah.
But what year was that? I don't remember.
Well, it had to have been like 2014 because we graduated 2013.
Oh, true.
And then I didn't start college until the spring semester, so late 2013,
Probably.
going into 2014.
And then we took another break that year, right?
Yeah, was that when it all happened?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think when we started hanging out and talking more, you weren't in school anymore.
Oh, no, I was, because I got back together with my fiance while I was still in school, because he would give me rides before we were back together. And then we got back together because we were already friends at that point.
Yeah.
When I got back together with him, we were already friends at that point. Yeah.
I don't remember the year exactly.
I don't, but hey, we had our break and
we got back like any other couple would.
Yes, we rekindled.
So, I mean, yeah, we really never argued.
No.
I think we just distanced ourselves, which wasn't really healthy, honestly. But I mean, now...
we were also teenagers. We were really young.
We didn't really know how to handle situations like that.
We were still in that, high school mindset, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, since then, girl, we've been solid.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we haven't. It's just, I don't think... Yeah, what? There's nothing to disagree on. We haven't... I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. We never really argued or disagreed on anything.
No.
I think that's why we get along so good, because we, like you said, we're we have the same... What did you say again? The same...
kind of personality-wise,
yes,
we're
I was
really
having
similar.
a brain fart.
But yeah, I think... And then I think also... we kind of... I think because we don't see each other every day.
Oh, that's true.
It's harder for us to get on each other's nerves, I guess.
Yeah.
We don't have that. I think if anything, it's the best whenever we get to see each other again, because we go so long without seeing each other that all we want to do is just pour out everything that's been going on. Yeah, that we need to say. So also I think that's very helpful as far as
So, moral of the story is don't see your friend
every day.
Every single day.
So you don't get sick of each other.
See them once a week. Maybe once a month.
Once a month. Just go as long as you can.
Oh my god, no, that's horrible advice.
No, just kidding.
I mean, that's what's worked for us.
Yes.
But
every relationship is different.
Yes.
But I think that's just being adults now.
Yeah, because
we have lives.
us being adults now, we have our children, and our significant other.
Yeah.
We have other responsibilities now. As much as we wish to hang out more often,
Yeah.
we really can't.
Yeah.
We try and make an effort and plan something, and sometimes we do stick to it, and sometimes things happen and we just can't. But yeah, I think just us making an effort to hang out as often as we can counts as something.
Yeah. And so this, I feel like, is going to be very helpful for that.
Yeah, doing this podcast.
Yeah.
Because we'll be seeing each other at least once a week now.
Once a week or once every 2 weeks,
Yeah.
depending on
our schedules.
Yeah, depending how much time we have to record. If we can record 1 or 2.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess that's a tip for you guys.
Yeah. And I guess that's
Wait, does that answer like how do we get past our arguments? Well, I mean,
I guess we haven't had an argument, so we don't know.
we don't know how to get past
the two. Well, the one was an argument. The other one, you kind of just needed your space, but we stopped talking.
I guess how we got past that was to take a break from each other.
Yes, which can also be healthy for people.
Yeah, because people do need a break from other things in their lives.
Yeah.
Because, it's just too much to handle when you're already dealing with something and then you're still trying to like fix something else.
Yeah, and then I think like it's just people change and people grow. And I think the fact that like we have gone through so many changes in the last couple years and everything, but we're still like really great friends, I think is like a really good sign.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, like we've seen each other through it all, and we'll continue to do that.
Yes, this friendship is strong,
and hopefully that means that our daughters will be besties too.
Oh, I know. I hope the age gap won't be like
we're a year apart.
That's true.
I think once Leah starts to walk,
Ollie will be more interested in playing with Leah.
Because I think she is interested. She's just like, Leah can't play back with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, like when I would babysit her, she would, she acknowledged her. Like she knew she was there. And she would like try to hold her hand or like hug her. But then she like kind of realized, oh, she can't play back with me. Like she's just sitting there.
Yeah, like now, because Ollie and her cousin are a year apart. They're almost exactly a year apart.
Oh, yes.
And so now whenever he does come to the house, like they're just running around. Like Ollie wants to play with him, but he's also very like shy. So I think with Leah, I think she'll be a lot more like wanting to like
to play.
Hopefully she's not as shy.
I don't know. Leah's a whole different thing. I think she's gonna be like her dad, and she's not gonna be shy about anything.
Oh, that's good, because Ollie isn't shy about anything either. So,
but I think any baby's like that, because I think it also depends on how often they go out and how social they are with other people. Because your nephew? They don't take him out as often, right? And I think that's why he's more the way he is.
Yeah.
And Ollie is more social because you guys do take her out, and
we go to the store. We like to take her out. I mean, we try not to, COVID, but obviously now it's like less so it's like a lot easier to like go places, and she loves other little kids. If we see another little kid at the store, she'll be like, baby. The kid could be like older than her, but she sees every little person as a baby. Yeah.
Anyone smaller than her is a baby.
Any tiny human is a baby. But yeah, so hopefully as they like get bigger and they like get towards the same age, they'll
become besties.
Yeah.
That'd be exciting.
I know, I'm so excited to see how they interact with each other.
I know. It'll be so sad if they don't become besties.
They have no choice.
I mean, yeah, literally they don't have a choice.
If like we hang
They'll be friends for sure.
If we hang out more as they get older, there's no way they won't be friends.
That's true.
Yeah.
But then it would lead to like, have you seen
like, are they friends because they're friends, or are they friends because we were making them be friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what's that movie called? It's the one with the three boys. They call themselves the Beanbag Boys. I forgot the name of the movie, but they're all three little best friends. And then they're going through this journey to get a drone for the dad, because I think they broke it while spying on some girls. And they're going through this journey to get. Yes, that one.
Oh, okay, yeah,
and then they start realizing that they're only friends because
they
their
live
parents
close to each other,
and their parents are friends. And then they just start separating because they're growing and they're realizing that they all like different things.
Yeah,
like the little chubby boy.
Do they not come back together at the end?
They acknowledge each other and they're like
that they miss each other,
but I don't think they're like best friends again.
No, sad.
Yeah, I don't want that to happen to our daughters.
Yeah,
but I mean, hopefully they like each other and become besties on their own, not because we're friends and they think that they should be friends.
Yeah, hopefully, because I don't know, Ollie's got a personality on her too, so I'm excited to see what kind of little person she's gonna be.
Yes. Yes, Ollie is a whole another little person with her own opinions. She's so cute though.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's funny because she knows she's cute.
She knows she's cute. She knows.
And didn't I say that in the beginning when she was tiny?
Yeah.
I would tell her all the time, I'm like, you're so cute and you know it.
She knows it. She knows it. She knows she's cute. Okay, so I think
I think we're coming to an end.
Yeah, so
to end this, we're gonna share our red flags. Do you know what a red flag is?
Yes, I just don't know if I have any. Because I didn't date very much.
Oh, that's true.
So it's very hard for me to have red flags.
I don't know.
What are your red flags?
I don't know. I didn't really think about it.
I think a red flag is like something. A red flag is like, I've only heard it in terms of like dating. So in terms of like dating, a red flag is like something, a personality trait, or like something the person does that you'd be like, oh, red flag, I cannot date you. I think that's what a red flag is. That not what a red flag is?
I think so.
Yeah, right? So what is something, so what would have been something if, I don't know, can I say his name if you're your husband? So what is something your husband would have done that you would have been like, oh, red flag, can't date you, bye?
A soccer player. For him.
But he is?
He likes soccer. I hate soccer. And I told myself I would never date a soccer player.
So that was a red flag, but you still ignored it?
Yeah, my dumbass. You can't control who you fall for.
That's true. That's very true.
I decided to ignore it, and now I'm married to a guy that likes soccer. I guess mine would be, I'm nosy. I like to know what he's doing.
Yeah. So somebody who doesn't tell you what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's a red flag.
That's my red flag.
That's a good red flag, though.
I'm nosy.
Yeah.
That's my red flag.
But that's your personality trait.
But that's why we're sharing our.
Oh, like a personality trait of mine that's bad?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant like. Oh.
No.
Shit, what kind of. All my flags are red. I shut down.
That's one of mine too.
So red flag for people. Although I'm off the market, I'm engaged, and I'm a mother. But I shut down. If I'm upset or angry, I don't argue. I don't discuss the problem. I shut down.
I stay quiet. Like, I don't want to talk about it.
Emotionally, I'm like, nope, give me a little bit of time. Honestly, give me a little bit of time and then we can talk about it. But if we're having an argument or we're having a disagreement or something, I'm just like, goodbye, I'm done, I'm out. I'm not here, I cannot. my feelings overwhelm me, and more than likely, I think it's because I don't like to cry in front of people.
Yes. Oh my god, I hate it.
And I feel like I will probably cry, so I'm just like, I don't want to cry, so I'm just not gonna talk to you. Red flag.
I'm not afraid to cry in front of someone.
I honestly, since having Ollie, I feel like I am so much more emotional.
Really?
Like when we were talking about us not talking, I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to start crying.
No, when you were telling me that you felt like insecure and all that stuff, I wanted to
I
cry.
wanted to start crying.
I was like, no, like, don't say that.
Yeah.
Like, you are beautiful in your own way.
Thank you.
Like, no, like, don't
Yeah.
feel like that ever.
Yeah, so I feel like I tend to just rather not talk about it, so I just start crying, especially now.
Oh my goodness, I know. Like, I don't know. I think after having a baby, like, our emotions are like all over the place.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just weird now. Like, going through all that and finding a way to, like, handle all of it.
I want to. No, I don't. I was gonna say I want to go back to like not being emotional, but I don't think that's good.
No.
So I mean, honestly, some of the topics we have to talk about going forward, there's a big chance I'll start crying. So just bear with me.
Same.
Bear with me.
I could already. Some of the things that we wrote down, I'm like, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start tearing up, or I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to take a break. I'm gonna have to take some tissues.
We're gonna have to breathe for a second. But yeah. So
I mean, it's good though, because this could be our little therapy.
yeah.
Like, you know, just talking to each other about some of the things we've gone through and some of the things we currently are going through, and I don't know, just like venting to each other and
Yeah.
helping each other out through all this madness
Literally.
of life.
'Cause, you know, especially the last couple years. The last couple years have been hard.
Oh, for you,
So,
yes.
We'll talk about it. I'll talk about it.
Yes. I think, no, I mean, I've gone through some things too, but, you know, completely different from you.
Yeah.
And I think it's taken a toll
Yeah.
on me.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll get into it.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk
Yeah.
about our trauma.
Yeah, we'll talk
Um,
about our trauma.
But yeah, this was our first episode. I hope it was good.
Yeah, I hope you guys liked it. I mean,
Yeah.
we kind of went a little bit longer than we anticipated.
But
But
hey, no time limits. We're just talking here.
yeah.
But yeah, so hopefully this will be up by Wednesday. I'm not gonna say what Wednesday. It could be Wednesday of this week, Wednesday of next week. But hopefully you guys will listen to this on Wednesday. And yeah, we're excited to do this, go on this journey, and that's it
Yeah.
for this podcast.
Well, where can they find us? Do we want to share our social media?
I do not.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ready for that.
I'm not ready
I
for
don't
that
think
either.
I'm ready for.
But
for
we do have
social
an
media.
email.
Yes.
If anybody wants to email us about anything, it is
mombreakpod.
mombreakpod@gmail.com. Yeah, that is our email. Email us if you have any questions or suggestions.
Or if you guys, have any suggestions, or if there's any topics that you guys want us to talk about, or if, you know, any questions, or even advice. If you guys have advice that
Yeah.
you guys have for us,
Mhm.
or if you guys need advice on
Yes.
something that you need, that you're going through. But yeah.
And then, you can find this on wherever you can listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Okay.
it. Goodbye.
Bye.